we'll see when the stream goes live.
Okay, test. So let's see.
I feel like I got a fever or some shit. Oh, why am I feeling sick?
Oh, great. Fuck. More people. Okay, it says it's working, so it's on. I'm going to start sharing this with other people. For every not one in this stream, it's going to be a lot worse than it normally is. I'm currently handling the tech.
All right. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We live. We're doing it live.
Oh, shit. Oh, we live.
Doing it live?
Hello. We're stalling for time while Cherry links a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I got to start sharing this with people. This is worse than we normally do it.
Close the fucking ads, Cherry.
No.
Just overlay the Squidward image over it.
No, it's staying.
Oh my god, we can read along. Click the fucking ad off.
No, you know what? The ad is staying. It's staying with us.
I don't care. I don't want to watch videos of... fuck Black Panther. Fuck that movie.
Whoa, what are you got against Black Panther, huh?
It sucked. So did every other Marvel movie.
Okay, racist.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
You know what? I'm not gonna.
Well, you're showing great restraint there, Tiger. You're not saying the N-word.
Yeah, I'm not Foxezer.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
There's the one per night, I guess, referencing our lovely
Foxezer. Someone give me a link to this. Is really being more of a pain in the ass than it needs to be.
Oh my god, here's the fucking link.
I just want a link so I can share it so people can join.
It's an editing check, Cherry. It's okay. Be patient. He's got autism.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucid. 3 seconds too late. Okay. And I actually deleted it. I'm going to kill myself.
You son of a bitch.
Okay, hold on.
We're off to a great start.
Oh my god, women's bras? That's not very creepy, spooky pasta.
Oh dear god, that actually might be demonetized. Hold on.
This is why you need to stop the ads, you dipshit!
Wait, on my end, none of the ads are showing.
Show the Squidward killing himself picture. Just put a picture of Squidward killing himself.
Guys, on my end, none of the ads are showing.
On my end, I see nothing but titties.
I see them, but on my end, they're not there. They're actually not there.
Big. And they're natural, too. It's amazing. Guys, welcome to the boob stream.
Oh my god, and the screen isn't moving.
Probably behind. We may have to cancel the stream.
Like fuck we are. Fine, I'll do this
Okay,
the even more ghetto way. Give me a minute.
Guys, to sum this up, Squidward kills himself. The
Whoa,
end.
spoilers. No, that's not it. Here we go, display capture.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everyone.
Okay, is display capture working better?
Yes.
It is showing OBS.
OBS.
It's just showing OBS.
Don't we see your Discord?
God fucking damn it!
Do you have a second screen?
I don't.
Oh my god!
Okay, hold on.
Guys, we're gonna be able to see the scariest thing aside from a creepypasta. Cherry's erotic role plays.
I have no erotic role, motherfuckers. I hate all of you.
Guys, welcome to the Creepypasta Month. We're gonna start with our first and most horrible story, which is Cherry's erotic roleplay experience.
Okay, I'm
featuring a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Okay, I'm just trying to tell everybody the stream is happening. Guys, welcome to the shittiest stream we've ever done.
Guys, please do go back to see the tits.
Okay, where the fuck? Where's the self-promo channel?
Heard this. Self-promo. I don't know.
I'm trying to fucking share, but you know what? Fuck you. It goes in rules. I'm putting it in rules in this server. No, he'd probably yell at me. Fine, I'll just put it in general chat. Then ping everyone because it's funny.
Wait, who's chat?
Just put it in announcements.
You'll find out when you get the fucking ping.
Are you fucking doing this in Cass's server?
No, but you gave me a good idea.
No, let's get to the stream.
Hold on, you fucking retards. Give me a minute. Okay, Squid kills himself.
Terrible.
Whoa,
I feel
everyone.
absolutely
Whoa.
awful.
Okay, have I gotten everything? No, I've still got a couple more. Put this in. Okay. Oh, I can't add everyone in this server. Fuck. This is so sad.
Server.
You don't get to know.
Who? Tell me.
No, it's a secret.
Listen, you and your weird role plays are not secrets.
You will never know about the gay roleplay servers I'm in because I'm in multiple. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? Oh, good God. Okay, I think that is every server I have to notify. Okay, and then let me just send this to my friend.
What about the Coyote Lovely server? We gotta let them know.
Already sent it there. Already sent it there.
Ah, shit, my bad. I didn't see.
Hello, chat. How are you doing tonight? We are reading creepypastas tonight. It is Halloween month. It is October, the month of spooky season. Tonight we are going to be reading a bunch, or by bunch, I mean 3 creepypastas, and each week we'll be doing a different variety. Tonight we're doing, should we say what we're doing tonight, or should we just let them know by surprise?
Well,
If they have eyes,
I've already advertised it to them as Squidward kills himself, so if they can't figure it out, they're too slow.
Well, we're going to be doing some lost media creepypastas. We're doing Sooyside Mouse, Dead Bart, and Squidward Suicide in that order.
Okay, let me just close out my porn. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay.
Man.
Oh my God, 30 gigabytes of RTX Eggman porn. Wow.
No, I don't have standards. Okay, I'm gonna open up OBS. Then I'm gonna reopen display capture. Okay. Well, good evening, chat. You know how our streams are usually good? That's because Lucid does the technical shit. Unfortunately, his Wi-Fi is stinky doo-doo right now, so I'm doing it.
I'm in the middle of the woods, and that's why my microphone sounds terrible.
I'm your host, the Plagued Rat. I have the Corona. I have the funny Rona, so...
But Cherry, wasn't Corona just canceled a few weeks ago by our president?
No, I don't know. Okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta.
And Cherry's an alcoholic.
I gotta do one last thing. Just give me 1 second.
Hey, how you doing tonight, chat? You guys doing well?
Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Chat, how do we sound, by the way? How horrendous do we sound? Santiago, how many viewers do we have?
I like your squidacy.
Your squidacy.
Squidacy.
We got, like, it seems like we have at least 2 viewers right now.
We have at least 2 viewers. Okay, let's do it. So, we'll read...
I only see half your screen, by the way, Cherry. So, everyone, improvise the story in your head. You can follow along with us at home at creepypasta.com.
Okay, guys, we're doing a thing called reading. Now, for everybody who doesn't know what reading is, so it's when you read words on a screen. Now, you guys need to do something called imagining. Now, if you don't know what imagination is, then that makes sense for our audience.
Hey, our audience is like 90% furries by volume. They know what imagination is. Most of them have imagined Nick Wilde doing terrible, terrible things.
Whoa there, what about the emotion?
I can't read. Wolfen's up in here with I can't read.
Damn it, Wolfens, why do we keep you around, you gay emo fuck? Okay.
I never finished elementary school.
This is so sad. Everyone cry for Wolfens. Cry about him.
Hey, look, when you cry, you gotta do the bloody tears. You gotta do the hyper realistic eyes with bloody tears. It's Creepypasta Month.
Yeah, we're doing
Speaking of
Creepypasta. Wait,
hyper-realistic-
already explained. Okay, let's fucking go. God damn it.
Okay, so Cherry, we voted that you're doing Sooyside Mouse because you love mice and you love suicide, so that sounds like your kind of story.
You know how I've been feeling these past couple days? Yeah, I do love suicide. Okay. The Sooyside Mouse from Spoon Boom. This was probably written by someone with severe mental disabilities. Okay. So do any of you remember those Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 1930s? Nope, never heard of them. Yeah, guys, you ever heard of Mickey Mouse? You ever heard of Mickey Mouse?
I only know Michael Rat.
Yeah, isn't that one movie where he's in the kitchen and he cooks omelets or something?
I don't know.
With some guy named Luigi under his hat or something?
I don't know.
Who in chat is named Squidward's Noose and is crying?
Oh
God
my god!
Fucking damn it, Rodeo!
Is that fucking Randy? Is that Randy? Randy, get the fuck in here!
With cheese.
Randy, get the fuck in here, Randy!
Fucking hell!
Three.
The one they just put out on DVD a few years ago. Yeah, that's the first time any of these Mickey cartoons ever came out. Well, I hear there was one.
I'm scared that there's a thing called DVDs. Whoa!
DVDs? I haven't heard of that on my Disney
DVDs.
Plus. Well, I hear there's one that was unreleased even to even the most avid classic Disney fans. That is how unreleased things tend to work. According to my sources, his evil contingency that work at Disney, it's nothing special. It's just a continuous loop, bracket, like Flintstones, bracket, of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that goes on.
He's about to yabba dabba shoot himself.
Fuck off! Before fading out. Unlike my mind has been so corrupted by the internet, I actually read that line as unlike the Clussy. Unlike the cutesy tunes put in, though, the song on this cartoon was not a song at all. That is contradictory. Just a constant banging, oh behave, on a piano for 1.5 minutes before going to white noise for the remainder of the film.
Don't you insult an alcoholic's music? He's trying.
Yeah, Moe from the Family Simpsons is trying. It wasn't the jolly old Mickey we've come to love either. Mickey wasn't dancing, not even smiling. Just kind of walking, as if you or I were walking. Yes, I tend to walk like an anthropomorphic mouse. With a normal facial expression, but for some reason, his head tilted side to side, and he kept this dismal look.
And there's the image.
Ooh, it's so scary.
Image.
So spooky.
Oh my god! It's so spooky.
It's spooky.
What the fuck is this?
It
Damn,
truly is
Mickey's
the spookiest
British.
month.
Oh my god! No, you know what? You know what?
British.
You know what? I think this is Mickey. He's British. It's after Queen Elizabeth died. So they're insulting a piece of art that predicted the future.
Oh god. Also, I noticed
Man.
the top thing here. The top thing here. Whatever you do, stay out of the of the Disney Vault? ? Audio story. Feet creeps McBust.
Is that the pedophile?
No, maybe.
It says featuring Creeps McPasta twice.
Wow,
Whoa.
Lucid, you. My computer's dying. Give me a second.
Oh, god damn it! Oh god! Suicide opossum!
Oh no, my
His
computer's
computer's
gonna
been
kill
installed.
itself.
Oh my god! So a long time ago, I was streaming on a shitty channel called Cherry's Bad Comic Streams, and the computer died. Hyper Realistic died.
My computer
My
died.
Blood.
computer died.
My computer died, and when I rebooted it, it said, "Nah, fam, I've had enough with this shit."
Hyper Realistic shit.
Realistic shit. Coyote, love me.
Oh no.
God fucking damn it. Up until we have like 7 jokes, guys. I hope you like all 7 of them that we just keep repeating week after week. If you like us, have you ever tried watching Jimmy Fallon? Yeah. Up until a year or 2 ago, everyone believed that after it cut to black, and that was it. After it cut to black, and that was it. This is great writing, guys. When Leonard Matt Moulton was reviewing the cartoons to be put in the complete series, how does this guy know this?
Who is this?
He's a super unpaid employee who just so happened to watch the most secret thing that Walt Disney ever created.
He's
How
Walt
can you
Disney's
doubt
personal.
this man's story? No. How can you doubt this man's story? He created a shitty Photoshop, you son of a bitch.
You're right. You couldn't make this. You couldn't make this beautiful image.
You can't make a Photoshop.
Chat, do you think that this could be fake? When he
Jimmy Fallon, more like Jimmy Fall Off.
our show, but wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact that it was a creation of Walt. When he had a digitized version up on his computer to look at the file, this is a run-on sentence and a fucking half, he noticed something. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. The extra 4 seconds is to make it
God.
extra spooky.
Yes. We need to know down to the second. This is where this trope comes into play.
Well, if it was 9
It
minutes,
actually is.
well, if it was 9 minutes
The
and
sad part
5
is it's
seconds,
part here. Well, then it's not so spooky.
and it was 9 minutes and 3 seconds, that'd be too scary.
And if it was 9 minutes and 2 seconds, then you'd actually have to kill yourself at 8:43
A.M.
Okay.
a.m. on a Tuesday.
No,
the most
fuck you,
spooky
Windows
Tuesday, hyper-realistic Tuesday.
Lewiston, what the fuck kind of app are you? What the fuck kind of website did you find?
What?
What the fuck, OBS? Fucking nothing. My Windows Defender app is trying to fight OBS.
Firewall is fighting this website. It's just a virus.
It's just creepypasta.com. It's the official website.
It said something about OBS, but I just want to believe, Lucid, that this website is cursing my computer as we go.
Installed the
hey, it fits in the
hyper-realistic
theme.
Trojan virus.
It's a
It
theme,
hyper-realistically
so off
steals your credit card information.
Hyper-realistically.
this is our last episode of of the stream series. This is our lost episode.
Yeah, it's lost.
Realistic lost episode.
Yeah, it's lost because then it hacks our fucking channel.
If we die tomorrow, guys, I'm blaming creepypasta.com.
If I die tomorrow hyper-realistically, then I'd like to hyper-realistic my hyper-realistic butthole.
Your boyfriend does that to you. Anyway, okay, Disney. My source emailed this to me. Info. He's a personal assistant of one of the higher executives at Disney. Doesn't name them. Just one of the higher executives. Yeah, the highest executive possible. The head of cruise ship enlightenment management.
You know, how about we give this guy a name? Because he's unnamed. So,
Greg.
let's just name him Greg. Greg. We all love Greg. One of the high executives.
I love
Greg.
Gregregation. After it cut to black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute. Jesus fucking Christ, you have a fucking stopwatch out? Before going back into Mickey walking. Just walking.
That's a thing I've noticed with a lot of the shitty lost episode creepypastas is why are you watching after like the first half minute of complete static and darkness? Why are you still watching?
So I imagine that what happens is, you know, you don't get to hear this in these stories, but, you know, the boss is there, he's barking orders, he's screaming at them. He's telling them that if they don't watch the Suicide tape, they get fired.
I mean, that's more accurate to one of the upcoming stories, but we'll get to it. But yeah, so I'm just, if one of these stories is realistic, I imagine it would go more like, I was working as an intern at Disney, and then this evil tape was found. It was 5 minutes of static, so I turned it off because it was really fucking boring.
Even better, for some of it, it's just like, so there I was, watching this crazy tape of Squidward trying to kill himself. I called everybody from the break room because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny watching Squidward try to kill himself. Dude, if we consider it, we could do the worst one, the one where Patrick Star gets crucified.
Wait, what?
I'm glad neither of you know what the fuck that is. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't a language, so I just assumed he was going blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm sorry, but more like a gurgled cry. So he was going oh, that was not a good idea.
It just sounds like that.
He sounds like Popeye.
It sounds like Porky Pig. Porky Pig having a stroke.
Suicide. I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay, so it got more indistinguishable and loud over the next minute. The picture began to get weird, as we've heard from this. It was already pretty normal.
Weird.
The sidewalk started to go in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Mickey's walking. Mickey Mouse is famous for his physics engine.
Oh my god! It's almost like animation can get wacky at times.
Anime?
Guys, isn't that so wacky?
The dismal face of the mouse was slowly curling into a smirk. He was
Oh
smirking.
no, he's smirking.
My puppies are being loud. Okay.
Your puppies are scared of this, actually. I heard one of them screaming in the background. The smirk scared them.
Damn.
At least one person got terrified.
Damn, I'm glad that a 5-week-old dog can be scared by this story, or he wants food. One of the two. He can have neither. The building became rubble floating in midair, and the sidewalk was still impossibly.
I think we skipped a.
I read the smile was pointed upward to the left side of his face.
On the 7th minute, read that.
On the 7th minute, the murmur turned into a blood-curdling scream. He went ooh-ee, ooh-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. That was the scream.
Actually, what happened is he started singing Nickelback.
Oh, look at this floating. Let's keep reading. This 6-minute story has been going on for too long.
And the picture was getting more obscure. Sonic colors were happening that shouldn't have been possible at that time. Mickey's face began to fall apart, his eyes rolling on the bottom of his chin. What the fuck? Like 2 marbles in a fishbowl. And his curled smile was pointing up. On the left side of his face, damn, this man had Arby's. The building became Impossible Rubble, the Impossible Burger from McDonald's at Burger King. And the sidewalk was still also an impossible burger, navigating impossible directions, impossible. If you inconceived that we were humans, as humans would know about direction, it's a fucking cartoon. Mr. Maltine.
Oh my god.
Mr. Saltine got disturbed and left the room. He shit his pants and died that night. Sending an employee to finish.
When were they in the same room?
Well, no, this is his advisor, Ray. This is his advisor.
So I'm just imagining Leonard Maltin's just like, what the fuck? Oh my god, Mr. Walt, he animated things that were bending around and weren't just a straight line. He's just going out there, he's chucking up in trash cans, knocking people over. He's pissing, shitting himself. He passed down the break room, and, he didn't get up for another 3 days.
He's dead? Okay. 8 minutes, and then... Okay, let's see. Afterwards, immediately store the... Okay, oh my god. Okay, where the fuck was it? Mr. Moulton got disturbed and left the room, sending an employee to finish the video and take notes of everything that happened up until the last second, the last 4th second. And afterwards immediately store the disc of the cartoon into the vault, the actual physical Disney vault. This distorted screaming lasted until 8 minutes and a few seconds in, and then it abruptly cuts to Mickey Mouse face, or the Mickey Mouse face, at the credits of the end of every episode, of every video, with what sounded like a broken music box playing in the background. This is too spooky for my dogs, apparently.
Yeah, no, they're scared. I can hear them. They're scared shitless from this.
As I finish this, I'm going to have to dip out for a minute and let you guys fucking do the next story, and then I'll come back and finish it with you guys. I'm sorry, just going to take care of it.
You're fine.
Yep.
But it's after I finish this story, because I'm at least getting through the rest of this first. This happened for about 30 seconds, and whatever was in the remaining 30 seconds... I haven't been able to get a sliver of information about. Holy shit, this story was written by J.J. Abrams?
The mystery box.
Guys, the mystery box is deep and this isn't boring. From a security guard working under me, who was making rounds outside of that room, I was told that after the last frame... You guys aren't fucking ready for this. The employee stumbled out of the room with a pale skin, saying, "Real suffering is not known." I imagine he screamed this completely monotone 7 times before speedily taking the guard's pistol and offing himself on the spot.
Oh my god! I imagine that what scared him so much, it wasn't the Russian text that we learn about later. So Walt Disney, he actually took a picture of himself naked when he was really old, and he just put it in here to fuck with people so they killed themselves.
Oh my god. He just came in, just fucking yeets the pistol from a guy. That's a shitty security guard. He's just standing like, what the fuck are you doing? It's his...
What a great security guard. He gets his gun stolen.
And as we know...
He still works there. He still works there. How the fuck did that happen?
And as we know, the big upper areas where, like, only CEOs and shit are, they have just armed security just patrolling the halls in the day.
Haven't you ever played the documentary Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah, we forgot to mention the Disney Corporation is right above Black Mesa.
Let's keep reading so you can do your thing, Jared.
The thing I could get out of Leonard Maltin was that the last frame was a piece of Russian text that roughly said, "We're going to beat those damn Ukrainians in 3 weeks. I swear, just 3 weeks. Come on, Putin, we got this." I'm sorry, the sights of hell will bring the viewers back in. What?
As I said, I think
know.
so. What I think is that after the nude photograph of Walt Disney, he put that there just to fuck with people even more.
Okay, as far as I know, no one else has seen it, but there have been dozens of attempts at getting the file on Rapid Share, oh wow, name your piracy website, by employees inside the studios. All of them have been promptly terminated from their jobs. I assume they're also assassinated by the armed security.
How does this person know this? They should know this.
Because
Holy
one
shit,
guy
Rapid
who's
Share?
left. Because
oh my God, this story really is outdated.
One guy who said he worked as a guy under Leonard Nimoy, Leonard Maltin. No, Leonard Nimoy. Fuck it, his name's now Leonard Nimoy. He said that it happened. Okay, can you not believe Leonard Nimoy's assistant? Whether it got on.
Did he say hyper realistic yet? Because that tells me.
No.
No.
Okay, then this story's fake.
There you go. Whether it got online or not is up for debate. But if rumors serve me right, I heard it on the beautiful gossip website E News Network. It's online somewhere under Sooyside If you ever find a copy of the film, I want you to never view it and to contact me by phone immediately, regardless of time. How do we do that? Where's your phone number?
I want to call this bitch up.
Well, that's too bad. There's no phone number.
He couldn't dox the man.
I want to dox somebody on Spooky Month.
Well, okay, I gotta read this. We gotta read this. When a Disney death, it's all caps, or capitalized name, is covered up as well as this, it means it has to be something huge. Get back to me, trans rights. I've yet to find a copy of this, but I know it. What the fuck? Okay, so
This sucked.
Just repeats the story.
Why? Why does it do that?
I don't know.
It sucks ass. Anyways, so that story won.
We're not watching watching that. We're not stealing someone else's actual hard work. But
debatably hard work.
It is more hard work than we have ever put into this stream, okay?
To quote my favorite show, that's it. That's the lost episode. That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles.
Literally. Okay, what do you guys think? And what are your interpretations of this story?
Okay, so it's not the worst. I mean, since it's the grandfather of every lost episode, Pasta, because this actually was probably the first one. It's not too bad. I mean, it could get worse.
Poop shit, what do you think?
It's worse than I thought it would be because I didn't realize it had the whole I didn't realize the in-universe story around how this video was gotten. I only knew it through the fact it was a creepypasta that was made into a video. I didn't know the story within universe of the story around how the video was gotten. So this makes the story infinitely worse.
Oh, Dead Bart. So do we want to do Dead Bart next?
Yeah, let's. All right, I'll send it
All
over to
right.
that for our
Jerry, do you-
viewers. I gotta go take care of the puppies real quick. It shouldn't take too fucking long. Okay, where is it?
Yeah.
Minecraft.
So once I finish this story, because I'm gonna read this story, I'm actually fucking like, I think I'm sick or something. So after I read this, I might have to call it a night. So I'm very sorry to dip out early when you're about to see the best story after this one.
Fine, you
Oh
fuck.
my god. So Cherry, it's just gonna be me and you making suicide jokes for 30
Dear
minutes
God.
after Dead Bart.
All right.
Okay, give me a second.
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
ahead and-
I'm gonna mute myself. So just give me a second to. I'm just gonna hide display for a minute, and I'm gonna.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna.
Alrighty. So do we want to start reading without him or?
I'll go ahead and read Dead Bart since it's the story I was assigned. All right, so Dead Bart, written by K.I. Simpson. I love the fact that the last name is Simpson. Here we go with the wonderful name, the wonderful reading, should I say? You know how Fox has a weird way of counting Simpsons episodes? No, I didn't know he did that. They refuse to count. Go ahead.
Apparently, this is somewhat true. Apparently, Simpsons does have some gay way of counting the first few seasons. So, this is from a true Simpsons fan, which means that they're a Redditor. So this is going to be good.
Yep. I will say, if you hear me, if I start talking at a weird point, like I interrupt you or whatever, I think my Discord's delayed, so I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. I don't
Right.
care.
They refuse to count a couple of them, making the amount of episodes inconsistent. The reason for this is a lost episode from season 1. Finding details about this missing episode is difficult. No one who was working on the show at the time likes to talk about it. From what has been pieced together, the lost episode was written entirely by Matt
I'm back, by
Groening.
the way.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Hello.
Welcome back.
Oops.
During production of the first season, Matt started to act strangely. He was very quiet, seemed nervous and morbid.
Morbius.
We have one brain cell.
We really do.
Mentioning this to anyone who was present results in them getting very angry and forbidding you to ever mention it to Matt. The episode's production number was 7G44. The title was Dead Bart.
What about Living
So
Bart, huh?
If you mention this to Matt Gray, then he just starts flipping his shit, throwing stuff at you, calling you a bitch.
Yeah.
The
That's an
sequel to Dead
overreaction.
Bart. The sequel to Dead Bart, Living Lisa.
Holy
Oh
shit.
no!
All right, I'm gonna continue, and like I told, I'll tell you, Cherry. If it sounds like I'm talking over you by accident, I think my Discord's delayed.
It probably is. It probably is.
In addition to getting angry, asking anyone who was on the show about this will cause them to do everything they can to stop you from directly communicating with Matt Groening. At a fan event, I managed to follow him after he spoke to the crowd, and eventually had a chance to talk to him alone as he was leaving the building. How did
I
you do
just
that?
randomly cornered Matt Groening while he was trying to leave a convention.
Hey, Matt, can you give me the episode with the dead child? Come on, Matt, just give me
Hey,
that
Matt,
dead
I love-
child.
Okay,
I
let's.
love the rest of this. How this continues. He didn't seem upset that I had followed him. Probably expected a typical encounter with an obsessive fan.
Okay, let's pretend like this was real for a second. So this guy is like, yeah, man, I've heard about this one thing that is like everyone will fight physically. Some of the hardest way to stop you from talking about something. Let me follow you and corner you after a fan event to have you talk about it.
When I mentioned the lost episode, though, all color drained from his face, and he started trembling.
He
When I
went
asked
even
him,
whiter. He
if
became even whiter.
When I asked him if he could tell me any details, he sounded like he was on the verge of tears. He grabbed a piece of paper, wrote something on it, and handed it to me. He begged me never to mention the episode again.
I have to imagine that even his beard went even whiter the
One of
moment
those-
that
He became Santa Claus.
I mean, so this would have been around like 2001. So you know how his hair became gray eventually? This is what did it. This one fan encounter turned his hair from brown to gray.
This was published in 2010.
Okay, so same. Whatever. This is an old story, back from when he was a little kid,
Guys, by the way, we're down to one viewer. I just wanted everyone to know that.
Don't worry,
don't
we'll get
care.
back in with Squidward's suicide.
Who cares?
The piece of paper had a website address on it. I would rather not say what it was for reasons you'll see in a second. Sure, buddy, sure.
Yeah,
the
you're
address
totally
into
not
my
just making up an excuse and you just lost it.
I entered the address into my browser, and I came to a site that was completely black.
Wow,
except
you
for a
came on the
line of
internet?
yellow text,
Okay.
a download link.
Yay.
Wow, you went to a download page. Great. I clicked on it.
You
and
wouldn't
a file
steal a
started
car,
downloading.
would you?
This sounds like this guy just Matt Groening could have given him a virus, and he did not even contemplate that.
That's what happens too.
Man, I can't wait to prank this fucking guy.
I'm just imagining this dude. He goes up to Matt Groening. He asks him about this episode, and in return, Matt gives him a computer virus.
No, he rickrolls him. He's fucking. No, Matt fucking rickrolls him.
What a fucking douchebag. In this
Matt
universe,
wasn't
Matt is a
crying.
douche.
Matt wasn't crying because he was like super stressed out, scared, and sad. He was crying because he was trying to hold back laughing so hard.
Gave him the fucking you
Oh,
are an
I'll keep
idiot
reading.
virus.
This motherfucking retard, I'm about to install a keylogger on him.
Alright. Once the file was downloaded, my computer went crazy. It was the worst virus I had ever seen. System restore didn't work. The entire computer had to be rebooted. Before doing this, though, I copied the file onto a CD. I tried to open it on my now empty computer, and as I suspected, there was an episode of The Simpsons on it.
What I imagine, and this will be even funnier. So Matt gives him a virus at first, and then the episode of The Simpsons is a .mp4.exe that re-gives him the virus.
Nice, yes. All
We
right.
are making a better
the
story.
episodes.
We're making a better story than this actual story, by the way.
We're just
Yeah,
making up a
it's a
story
very
of Matt.
boring
We're
story.
making an episode of Matt Groening being the biggest fucking douchebag in the world.
Yes.
This is just the next season of Simpsons. IRL Matt Groening fucking with people.
Matt
Giving him
Groening
computer
prank.
viruses.
The episode started off like any other episode. Thank you for using episode twice in the same sentence, but had very poor quality animation. If you've seen the original animation for Some Enchanted Evening, it was similar but less stable. Which episode was that? I don't know.
I don't
The
know.
first act was fairly normal, but the way the characters acted, same using act twice, was a little off. Homer seemed angrier. Marge seemed depressed. Lisa seemed anxious. Bart seemed to have genuine anger and a hatred for his parents.
God,
Teenage
Lisa
angst.
seemed depressed. She just needs to meet Lady Gaga, like in famous episode Lisa Goes Gaga.
Oh no, don't mention that episode. That one hurts. That one hurts, man. I hate to remember I watched
boy.
that one.
We're about Windows Windows Vista. We're gonna be getting in like a paragraph or two from now. We're gonna get your favorite word. Anyways, the episode was about the Simpsons going on a plane trip. Near the end of the first act, the plane was taking off. Bart was fooling around, as you would expect. However, as the plane was about 50 feet off the ground, Bart broke a window in the plane and was sucked out.
Gets what he deserves. Dumb
No
bitch.
more Bart. He's gone.
No
Guys,
more Bart.
come on, Bart man, you can save us.
At
He's
the
done the
beginning of
Bartman.
the series,
I caramba, Bart man.
At the beginning of the series, Matt had an idea that the animated style of the Simpsons world represented life, and that death turned things more realistic. This was used in the episode. The picture of Bart's corpse was barely recognizable. They took full advantage of it not having to move and made it almost, get this, photorealistic drawing of his dead body.
Oh
Wow,
my
there's a
God.
real artist on The Simpsons? Amazing!
Just
Wow.
imagine it's like fucking one of those Batman the Animated Series fucking background detail is just of dead Bart, of Bart but dead.
This isn't even the worst part. Act 1 ended with the shot of Bart's corpse. When Act 2 started, Homer, Marge, and Lisa were sitting at their table, crying. The crying went on and on. It got more pained and it sounded more realistic, better acting than you would think possible. The animation started to decay even more as they cried, and you could hear murmuring in the background. This crying went on for all of Act 2. Yes, because murmuring equals scary, guys. Murmuring equals
Yeah,
scary.
it was just, this was the spooky thing. Marge sitting there going, homie. And then Homer going, donut. Absolutely terrifying. I'm sure you'll agree.
I had to ask, was there a part where Homer, while crying, he was just eating some donuts? Because that'd really make it horrifying.
No, Homer was crying so hard that he couldn't even finish his fifth donut.
Oh, that's terrible! Oh, that's horrifying! What the fuck? Don't put
It
that in
gets
my head,
worse.
Jerry.
Lisa
It
took
gets worse.
Lisa took a 10-second break from being the most obnoxious know-it-all on planet Earth. That's how sad she was.
Oh my god, did she even quit playing saxophone?
No.
Oh, okay, so she's still Lisa. Got it.
Exactly.
Never mind.
But, she wasn't like a smug cunt about it.
Act 3 opened with a title card saying 1 year had passed. Homer, Marge, and Lisa were skeletally thin and
Oh my
still
God.
sitting at the table.
Oh my
There was
god,
no
Homer
sign.
lost weight! Bart dying helped as hell!
Also, wait, the entirety
I'm
of
still
Act
sitting-
2, which I should mind you is just a third of the episode, was just staring at one table while the entire Samsung family cried and just mumbled at each other. That could have gone on for about 5 to
continue.
6 minutes.
All I can say, there was no sign of Maggie or the pets. They decided to visit Bart's grave. 1 second, hold on. Sorry. It's fucked up on my end. Springfield was completely deserted, and as they walked to the cemetery, the houses became more and more decrepit. They all looked abandoned. When they got to
Abandoned
the
by
grave,
Disney.
Bart's body. When they got to the grave, Bart's body was just lying in front of his tombstone,
The
looking
living
like it did at the end of Act
tombstone.
1.
Five Nights.
Five
no.
Nights at Freddy's!
This is where you want to be.
So, I'm just thinking, Bart dying might have actually been a good thing. Homer lost weight, Flanders finally went away, so I think everything turned out well after Bart died.
Yeah.
The rest of the story is about to deviate into some confusing territory that just ruins this already bad story. The family started crying again. Eventually, they stopped and just stared at Bart's body. The camera zoomed in on Homer's face. According to summary. What? Why didn't you? You saw it. What do you mean according to summaries?
His version was the
According to
super cursed version.
According to summaries, Homer tells a joke at this part, but it isn't audible in the version I saw. You can't tell what Homer is saying. How did anyone else see this lost episode that didn't even make it on the air? The views. Okay, here's the worst part. The view zoomed out as the episode came to a close. The tombstones in the background had the names of every Simpsons guest star on them. Some that no one had heard of in 1989, some that haven't been on the show yet. All of them had death dates on them for guests who died since, like Michael Jackson and George Harrison. The dates were when they would die.
What?
You could try to use the tombstone. You could try to use the tombstones to predict the death of living Simpsons guest stars, but there's something odd about most of the ones who haven't died yet. All of their deaths are listed as the same date.
What the?
So they're all gonna die on the exact same day.
Ah, yes.
This is where the story went from bad to just terrible.
Ah, yes. They're all gonna die on January 75th. It's gonna be the day that the Chinese nuke Hollywood.
As I said, I for one think that Bart dying was a good thing. Flanders went away. Homer finally lost some weight. So I don't know. I think the positives outweigh the negatives.
Guys,
Look,
there are reviews. Hold on.
On January 34th, 3039, we're gonna see everyone die.
Really?
Man, let's see what the intellectuals. Let's see what the intellectuals on Creepypasta.com think of this. From October 2020, this was one of the saddest moments in Simpsons. Smiley face, sad face, sad face. What did Bart do to deserve this? Cat. And weird.
I like the chat. I like the chat here, Tricky, saying the date they all die is when the Simpsons end. They run out of money to milk and commit rope burn.
My condolences, Bart. Thank you, Pot Snicker. Thank you.
So when the Simpsons finally ends and all the guests die, is Matt Groening just gonna go around with a gun just shooting all them?
Yes.
The fact the comments section has a survey. It says, how would you rate the quality of this conversation? From very
10 out of
toxic
10.
to very healthy. Very toxic to very healthy. I'm going to go very healthy.
This
Mentally
is healthy. They're all
stunted.
fucking retarded.
All
Mentally
right,
stunted.
we're on to the main event, boys.
I am actually like super fucking hot and out of energy. I'm gonna let you guys handle the rest of this. This has been Lucid Creator.
Poopy. We've lost poop shit. No.
I'm gonna take some ibuprofen and go fucking sleep because I think I'm sick.
You have a great night, Lucid. You
Go
feel
get
better.
COVID.
Cool.
All right,
We'll
see you
do.
later.
Enjoy one of the worst fucking creepypastas you're about to read, chat.
Oh, don't say one of the worst. I can give you ones that are probably worse than this. Okay, let's go. All right, Gay Voice, you want to be the one who read it.
Yeah, I love this one. It's beautiful. So I just want to start off by saying, if you want an answer at the end, prepare to be disappointed. There just isn't one. Yeah, because he made this all up.
All right, so
I wasn't into it.
So in this
Yes?
story, I think, is Squidward gonna suicide?
Yes, Squidward is going to suicide.
Holy shit!
But only after showing a video of a child getting murdered.
Spoilers.
Who gives a shit? It's bad creepypastas.
Yeah, I want to build it. No, we are not famous YouTube show Bad Creepypasta. They have talent.
I was an intern at Nickelodeon Studios for a year for my degree in animation. It wasn't paid, of course. Most internships aren't. Did they just copy that from Phineas and Ferb?
Probably.
The unpaid intern, Carl or whatever his name was.
Yeah. Hey, they brought him coffee. Okay, they brought him coffee.
But it did have its perks beyond education. To adults, it might not seem like a big one, but most kids would go crazy at the time over it. Now, since I worked directly with the editors and animators, I got to view the new episodes days before they aired. And I'll get right to it without giving too many unnecessary details. Yeah, because they'd all blow your story apart even more than already.
No, he's gonna give his amazing, very real and necessary detail about how he had to shave his toenails.
Oh yeah. They had very recently made the SpongeBob movie, and the extra staff was somewhat sapped of creativity. I don't think they were. So it took them longer to start up the season, but the delay lasted longer for more upsetting reasons. There was a problem with the Series 4 premiere that set everything back for months. Wait, I just noticed something. Series 4 premiere. They're British. A British person wrote this.
Holy
They're
shit.
lying.
We've been tricked by the Angloids.
The fucking Brits tricked us. Me and two other interns were in the editing room, along with the lead animators and sound editors for a final cut. We had received a copy that was supposed to be Fear of a Krabby Patty and gathered around the screen to watch. Now, given that it isn't final yet, animators often put up a mock title card, sort of an inside joke for us, with phony, oftentimes lewd titles such as How Sex Doesn't Work instead of Rockabye Bye Valve.
That is the exact sense of
When
humor I
SpongeBob
would
Patrick
expect from
took off his
SpongeBob
Steve Jobs.
authors.
God, honestly, this is the one part of the story that I actually think might have been true. That's it. Nothing particularly funny, but work-related chuckles. So when we saw the title card, Squidward Suicide, we didn't think it more than a morbid joke.
Morbius?
One of the interns did a small throat laugh at it. The happy-go-lucky music plays.
Remember,
That's
guys,
normal.
wait, hold on. Yeah, remember, guys, I'm not going to put in too many unnecessary details.
Like, these are all necessary. You
Yeah,
know,
one of the
because,
interns doing a
Squidward's
small throat laugh.
Suicide. Listen, he's the main character here. You know, we gotta know what everybody in the room was doing. Who was pissing in the corner? Who took a shit? Who was fucking some guy's wife? We gotta all know.
All right, let's keep going.
The story began with Squidward practicing his clarinet, hitting a few sour notes like normal. We hear SpongeBob laughing outside, and Squidward stops, yelling at him to keep it down as he has a concert that night and needs to practice. SpongeBob says okay and goes to see Sandy with Patrick. The bubble splash screen comes up and we see the ending of Squidward's concert.
Wow, this is a riveting episode so far. I can see why they wanted to put this one into production.
Oh, hell yeah. This is when things began to seem off. So you're telling me up to this point, an episode named Squidward Suicide with some happy-go-lucky music, that was fine.
Well, no, that title card was just a joke, he thought. I hate puppies.
Oh, no, it was just a joke.
Also, my puppies are going sicko mode while they play, so just ignore them.
They're scared. They're scared of this story.
Yeah,
so, at least we scared somebody.
That way you
when
peed on
playing
my
a few frames repeat themselves. Wait, who peed on who?
They said, I was talking to one of the dogs, says, that way you peed on my floor because you're scared?
Yeah, that was fear. A few frames repeat themselves, but the sound doesn't. At this point, sound is synced up with the animation. So yes, that's not common. But when he stops playing, the sound finishes as if the skip never happened. There's a slight murmuring.
Not the spooky murmuring.
Before they begin to boom. Wait, so people just going, Yeah, I really didn't like that. Yeah, those are pretty bad performance. Yeah, guys. Does that scare y'all? Because according to these stories, y'all should be shitting yourselves.
I'm petrified. I'm terrified.
Not normal cartoon booing that is common in the show, but you could clearly hear malice in it. So they were telling Squidward to kill himself while booing? That's pretty realistic.
Yeah, you know the wrestling chants when people really don't like the wrestler? Yeah, it's like that.
Oh my god.
No, you're right. That's not a fair comparison. It's like when they really don't like a wrestler and that wrestler is also an ethnic or sexual minority.
Oh my god. Yeah, so what happened was Squidward actually tried performing at a CZW ring, and
Squidward tried doing a comedy match at CZW.
They let him know how they felt.
Oh my god, that reminds me of the time there was a match between Dick Justice and some other fucking fat guy. It is the only time I've ever heard CZW fans actually scream almost in unison, "Don't come back."
God, Squidward, why did you go to a CZW show? The shot... Squidward's in full frame and looks visibly afraid. The shot goes to the crowd with SpongeBob in center frame, and he too is booing. I knew he was a CZW fan.
No, SpongeBob's just mad. SpongeBob's mad that he betrayed GCW to go up to CZW. Come on, man. Where's your loyalty?
That isn't the oddest thing, though. What is odd is everyone had, oh boy, our favorite word, hyper-realistic eyes. Very detailed. Clearly not shots of real people's eyes, but something a little more real than CGI.
So they were just pictures. Like, literally that well-drawn, that funny, sad SpongeBob beam?
Yes.
The whole audience is just a sad SpongeBob meme.
Very deep. The pupils were red.
SpongeBob, you're George.
Obviously confused. But since we weren't the writers, we didn't question its appeal to children yet. So they're watching this episode, and the crowd's like shouting, "Kill yourself, you're a fucking asshole." And they're not questioning the appeal to children.
Yeah, it was weird. Squidward, he came out, and then after they said, "This is the worst thing ever," the entire crowd was screaming, "Don't come back, faggot." And they were just chanting that on repeat, but we didn't question it.
We didn't question its appeal to children yet. The shot goes to Squidward sitting on the edge of his bed, looking very forlorn. The view out of his portal window is a night sky, so it isn't very long after the concert. Good to know. The unsettling part is at this point, there's no sound. Literally no sound. Not even feedback from the speakers in the room. It's as if the speakers were turned off, though their status showed them perfectly working.
Plot twist, some idiot just turned them off.
The plot twist is, so the engineers they have in there, everybody's an intern, and they don't know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
So they just shut off the speakers. And so there's one intern who doesn't know what he's fucking doing. Then the other employee, he's about to quit. So he's already checked out of this job like 2 weeks ago. He put in his 2-week notice. It's his final day. He's like, yeah, whatever. It's all fucking working. Give me my paycheck and let me go.
I'm done getting my feet touched by Dan Schneider.
He was just there, blinking.
Yeah, so was Dan Schneider when he saw the feet.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all were expecting SpongeBob. Yeah, too bad you're getting Dan the Hyman Divider Schneider.
The He started to stop softly. He put his hands, parentheses, tentacles, parentheses,
Thank you
over his
for
eyes and cried
clarifying that.
quietly for a full minute more.
I'm glad they clarified that. I would have forgotten that Squidward tentacles had tentacles.
Yeah, I thought that he had like hands. Like, God, it's like when God, you know, this furry roleplay is getting pretty weird.
Oh God.
Over his eyes and cried quietly for a full minute more, all the while in the background, very slowly growing from nothing to just barely audible. It sounded like a slight breeze through a forest.
Ooh,
that
the
sound?
wind!
And so, did it sound like this? Sound like this?
No, it was like.
Okay, so it didn't sound like this.
Jesus Christ. Every time you do that, it fucking breaks up your microphone. That's the funniest part.
The screen slowly begins to zoom in on his face. By slow, I mean it's only noticeable if you look at shots 10 seconds apart side by side. So it's slow.
Well, of
His
course.
sobbing
You had to make it clear.
louder, more full of anger and hurt. The screen twitches a bit, and as if twisting on itself, then for a split second, then goes back to normal. The wind through the tree sound gets slowly louder and more severe, as if a storm is brewing somewhere. The eerie part is this sound, and Squidward's sobbing sounded real, as
Holy
if the
shit,
sound
the
weren't
voice
coming from the
actor.
speakers. This is my favorite part. As if it wasn't coming from the speakers, but as if the speakers were holes the sound were coming through from the other side. So they're speakers!
So they were high quality speakers. Ooh.
Ooh, Nickelodeon spent over $20,000!
Ooh, Nickelodeon made us listen to it on good speakers.
They didn't use the shitty ones!
They didn't use my shitty fucking laptop speakers. They actually used the quality ones. Spooky.
They didn't use the Game Boy Advanced!
I mean, how could they be advanced speakers? They don't have RGB lights on them.
As good a sound as the studio likes to have, they don't purchase the equipment to be that good to produce sound of that quality.
I'm just imagining.
Shit.
I'm just imagining, like, Nickelodeon Studios, massive company. They got, like, this high-tech projector with this great computer. All hooked up into this great equipment. They got $20 Walmart speakers.
So in the one day that they bring in the good speakers just to test it out, somebody plays the Squidward suicide tape.
Exactly.
After that, the one day that they install it just to try it out, this shit happened. So there goes the good speakers.
Yeah, they told everyone in the room except this guy because he was passed out drunk on the toilet this morning.
The sound of wind and sobbing, very faint. Something sounded like laughing. It came at odd intervals and never lasted more than a second, so you had a hard time pinning it. We watched this show twice, so pardon me if things sound too specific, but I had time to think about them. So you're bullshitting it now. After 30 seconds of this, the screen blurred and twitched violently, and something flashed over the screen as if a single frame was replaced.
Ooh, uh-oh. What was the frame?
The lead animator, shit editor, paused and rewound frame by frame. What we saw was horrible. It was a still photo of a dead child.
No more babies.
Oh my god. Cord Kitty.
He's done it. He's fucking gone sicko on his kid.
He could have been more than 6. His face was mangled and bloody, one eye dangling over his upturned face.
Whoa, guys, it's a dead child. That means it's scary.
He was naked down to his underwear, his stomach crudely cut open, his entrails laying beside him. God damn, you sound like you're getting turned on as you type this. Jesus.
Hey guys, random gore in your story that actually doesn't make things scary.
No, it doesn't. It makes it stupid. Up to this point, yeah, it was somewhat spooky, but now it's fucking retarded.
Like, yeah,
He
it's
was
just
lying on the pavement. There was probably a road. Wait, probably a road?
oh yeah, you were just you got all the intricate details of the dead child, but I couldn't tell if it was asphalt or if it was like a riverbed.
The most upsetting part was that there was a shadow of the photographer. There was no crime tape, no evidence markers or tags, and the angle was completely off for a shot designed to be evidence. How the fuck would you know what those look like?
Well, because of his court date. This is Court Kitty, after all.
Ah, understandable. It would seem that the photographer was the person responsible for the child's death. We were, of course, mortified, but pressed on, hoping that it was a sick joke.
Ah, yes, my favorite prank to pull at the office, the old 1-2 dead child prank.
Every time that I go to the office, I show my coworkers some dead children. But
Yeah, I was just at the water cooler the other day. And you know what happened? Bill, he pulled out his iPad, put it in front of me. Dead molested baby. Wah, wah. Who am I kidding? Knowing Dan Schneider worked at Nickelodeon, that probably was a pretty common occurrence.
The screen flipped back to Squidward, still sobbing louder than before in half body and frame. Now there was what appeared to be blood running down his face from his eyes. The blood was also done in a hyper-realistic style.
Okay, so I just want you to imagine, like, really detailed blood, but on Squidward's face.
So I had to ask, when he was crying, was he making that, you see how Squidward makes those, retarded, was he making those while crying?
No one likes my funny show.
Nobody liked my clarinet.
Wow, that ruins the entire tension of this story.
You know what? I understand why they think it's a sick joke. They were probably laughing at the Squidward impression.
Yeah, they're like, wait, apart from the dead child, this really does just seem like a joke.
At this point, they probably think the dead child's from a video game or something.
It's one of them Japanese video games.
It's from a Japanese visual novel.
It's Doki Doki Literature Club.
Looking as if you touch it, you get blood in your fingers. The wind sounded now through a gale blowing through the forest. There are even snappings out the branches, the laughing.
Okay, so again, I want you to imagine. It's like all this spooky noise. It's an eerie wind going on in the background. Squidward's bleeding from his face and loudly crying. The noise he's making. SpongeBob didn't like my clarinet.
Even that numbskull Patrick was laughing.
Kind of ruins the tension of the fucking story, doesn't it?
There is no tension here.
I mean, if the just random dead child didn't kind of ruin it before, that kind of kills the mood.
I don't think that killed the mood. I think they were laughing. They looked at it. They were shocked for half a second. Then went back to laughing once they played it again and heard Squidward.
Yeah.
The laughing, a deep baritone, lasted in longer intervals and came more frequently.
It was Mr. Krabs.
Kill yourself, faggot. You lost cost me money.
Your clarinet solo was so shit, you're in debt, boyo.
The screen doesn't show a single frame out. I can't do this. I can't fucking do this. I'm dying.
Oh no, you're Squidward suiciding. No.
That was allowed to go back. We all were, but we knew we had to. This time the photo was appeared to be a little girl, older than the first child. She was lying on her stomach. The floor was next to her. God fucking damn it, this story sucks ass.
Think about it this way, okay, to talk about the dead children in the room, you know, it's like an elephant, but a dead child. What does this have to do with the rest of the story?
Absolutely nothing.
Think about it, if you remove these dead child segments, it would actually make the story better. It wouldn't make it any scarier, or less scary.
It's so this story loses all tension once you think about Squidward crying and Mr. Krabs being the deep laughing.
I mean, yeah. It loses your
Her
attention.
entrails
With,
were...
I was gonna say, it loses.
Oh my god, let's finish this
Yeah,
dead
let's
child.
keep going. Let's keep going.
Her left eye was popped out and popped naked underwear. Her entrails were... Her spaghetti, she was spaghettied and...
Oh fuck, the spaghetti fell out of her pocket!
Again, the body was on the street and the shadows of the photographer's shadow visible. Very similar in shape and size to the first. I had to choke back vomit at one intern. The only female in the room ran out. The show resumed.
Wow, what
of
a
course
pussy.
The woman runs.
You can't expect any better.
After 5 seconds after his second phone played, Squidward went silent.
Oh, you're really spooking my puppies. You're really spooking my puppies.
Oh, I hear them. They're scared. He put his tentacles down, and now his eyes were in the hyper-realism like the others were in the beginning of the episode. They were bleeding, bloodshot, and pulsating. He just stared at the screen as if watching the viewer. After about 10 seconds, he started sobbing, this time not covering his eyes. The sound was bursting and loud.
Why can't I just blow my horn?
The most fear-inducing is that his sobbing was mixed with screams. So, I'm imagining Squidward in his room throwing his clarinet on the ground. I'm never gonna play clarinet again, SpongeBob. You triggered me.
Oh, God.
Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye, clarinet.
Yeah, I just realized how actually stupid this becomes the minute you remember it's just Squidward.
This honestly makes sense, though. This is a realistic episode.
I mean, yes, we were. There you go. There you go. Oh, God.
Tears and blood were dripping down his face at a heavy rate. The wind sound came back, and so did Mr. Krabs laughing.
Hey!
And this time, the lasted 5 frames. Hey, do it, boyo! Faster!
Do it, boyo!
Do I really have to read another fucking text?
Alright, I'll fucking summarize it. So the boy only got one chance to blow. His mom's spaghetti was in his pocket. He wasn't ready. Then he exploded. He actually exploded.
Yeah, so entrails were in his stomach. They're being pulled out. The right eye popped and was dangling. Blood trickling down from it. The animator proceeded. It was hard to believe, but the next thing was
He was nervous. It was vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti when the whole thing erupted.
And he finally vomits because it's a video, not just a still frame.
Hey, you know what that vomit was? You know what that vomit was?
Squidward's clarinet.
No, that vomit was Mom's spaghetti.
The lead sound editor told us to stop. He had to call in the creator to see this. Oh shit, they're finally getting Hillenberg in here.
He's just like, yeah, I did this, and it was all intentional.
So I just imagine him. He's coming in, he's smoking like 10 cigarettes. What? What do you want, you fucking assholes?
Also, why haven't they called the police?
The first person they call is Hillenberg, not the cops. Mr. Hillenberg arrived within 15 minutes. He was just as confused as we were.
Lies. He knew what he was doing, and he was proud of it.
So the editor just continued the episode. Once the few frames were shown, all screaming stopped again. Squidward just looking at the viewer full frame of the face for about 3 seconds. The shot quickly panned out, and that deep voice said, "Do it, boyo!" And Squidward's hands a shotgun. He immediately puts the gun in his mouth and pulls the trigger.
He's gone.
Realistic blood and brain matter splatters against the wall behind him in his bed as he flies back with the force. So I have to imagine, did it make like a bunch of squeaking sounds like SpongeBob does?
And then right after it, they just go back to like the normal fucking, this normal SpongeBob fucking guitar noise, the guitar song.
And that one ukulele song that plays when something sad happens.
Yeah.
The last 5 seconds of this episode show his body on the bed on his side, one eye dangling on what's left of his head above the floor, staring blankly at the episode ends.
Wow, the author really thought dangling eyeballs were really scary, huh?
Oh my god. Mr. Hillenberg is obviously angry at this. He demanded to know, what the heck was going on? We can't play the song, Lucid. We don't have a music bot.
Damn it, Amazon, don't tell me about these offers on these cups.
Oh my god, most people left the room at this point. So it was only a handful of us to watch it again. Viewing the episode twice only served to imprint in my mind. It caused me terrible nightmares. I'm sorry I stayed.
Why did you stay?
I imagine Hillenberg was in there laughing his fucking ass off at this shit. Just going, oh yeah, I told him to do that, and that too. And that one was my own personal collection.
Oh god!
Now, you see that video of the kid getting his entrails pulled? Right there. That's the money shot.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's describing it like it's a porn film. He's just there, I don't know how you can say this.
There's 2 more paragraphs. We can do it. I believe in... No, I don't. We can do this.
The only theory we could think of was the file was edited by somebody in the chain from drawing studio to here. The CTO was called in to analyze what happened. The analysis of the file did show it was edited over by new material. However, the timestamp of it was a mere 24 seconds before we began viewing it.
Goddamn, secret agent, man.
Oh my god. So some editor really wanted the new guy to see this. So I have a theory, and we'll go over it after his story. All equipment involved was examined for foreign software and hardware as well as glitches. As if the timestamp may have glitched out and showed the wrong time, but everything checked out fine. We don't know what happened to this day, and nobody does. There was an investigation due to the nature of the foe, but nothing came of it. No child was ever identified, and no clues were ever gathered from the data, nor physical clues in the photos. I never believed in unexplainable phenomenons before. But now that I've seen something happen, I can't prove anything about it besides anecdotal evidence. I had to think twice about things.
Yeah, credited to an anglomoose. And then down here we got a picture of him. We got a picture of Spooky Spink Boob.
My theory is, so you know how there's hazing? So I think that this is like Nickelodeon's version of hazing when you start working on SpongeBob. So what they do is they show you this episode a few weeks into your job just to see if you can truly stay at the studio.
I mean, yeah, that's very different to the Dan Schneider version of hazing, where he follows the young girl into a
hazing.
Okay, so what do we think of these beautiful art?
I love it. I love
what
everything.
do we think? What do we think of Sooyside Mouse?
A Sooyside Mouse? Perfect. Beautiful story.
What do we think of Bart?
Oh my god, I love Flanders. He's gone. Thank God.
No more Flanders. Clap, 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 clap. And what did we think of Squiggle's Suicide?
I think that we made the story better by making it actually realistic with Squidward crying.
Yeah, that is something most like interpretations of the story leave out. They play a normal human being crying. Now imagine it's actually Squidward crying.
I'm gonna kill myself. And the deep laughing, all the deep murmuring, that's Mr. Krabs. And the wind sounds, that's SpongeBob. See how he plays the flute in the intro? So that's him playing his flute from his nose.
Yes, we're looking at OBS right now. All right, well, do you have anything to plug? Anything funny to plug?
Your mom.
Haha. I've been Cherry. Lucid is gone. Haha.